Hi everyone, talofa lava, maloa ilile, and womanjika. Welcome to season 2 of The Bent Spoon, brought to you by Thorne Harbour Health. We are here today because of our love for food and the big part it plays in our culture traditions. Food not only brings us together as a universal love language, it can also tell a story we can all relate to. So let us share with you our culture through food. My name is Miss Catalina, your host, so come on in and let's start cooking. Well, welcome Niuafe to The Bent Spoon.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome, excited to have you on. So tell us, what are you going to be cooking today?
So today I'm making a banana cake with a traditional coconut caramel sauce. Food means a couple of things. Definitely comfort and memories, creating memories. In my culture, we're very family oriented, so everything we do is like together. I was born in Auckland and I'm from Tongan heritage.
Yum, I'm excited. I'm already hungry, by the way. And so talk us through the ingredients that you would need.
Okay, so for the ingredients, we'll need 250 grams of salted butter, about 300 grams of brown sugar. We need 4 eggs, 350 grams of plain flour, 10 grams of baking powder, 10 grams of baking soda, 1 cup of coconut milk, and just some bananas.
Awesome. So I guess we're going to start, well, I don't know about me, but you're going to start.
Baking?
Yeah.
So we're just going to start off with our butter.
Big machine.
I know.
Very big machine.
It's for big boys. So we're just going to start with our butter.
Yeah.
Just put this here.
Okay. And should I?
You can have the pleasure of putting it in.
So that's
250 grams.
Salted butter.
Easy.
Okay.
And just make sure your butter is soft before you start this process.
Honey.
Or else it's going to
My
take a long
butter's
time.
always soft.
And then we're just going to pop that sugar in.
Yeah. How much is this again?
This is 300 grams of brown sugar.
300 brown sugar.
We love brown sugar.
Oh, I love a bit of brown sugar. Okay.
Easy. And then with your paddle attachment on.
When you mix this,
Yeah.
what texture are you after?
So when we beat this, we just want it to be really pale and fluffy.
Okay.
And you'll see the color change.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're just going to start this low
Oh, I see.
and just pick up the speed. My childhood was interesting. Like I grew up with my siblings all together and my parents were together. We were brought up in Greyland, Auckland, and then shifted around a bit. But ultimately, I think my childhood was really good. It got a bit difficult in my teen years, but the memories I have with my family are probably like the best memories, especially having mum always in the kitchen, cooking, baking. So it's starting to look good. Just gonna turn off the speed, and then what we're gonna do next, Kat, is we're gonna add in our eggs. So do you want to do that for us?
Yes, close your eyes, because
Okay.
apparently people don't like it when I crack eggs.
So you're just gonna add in 1 egg at a time, and you're gonna beat it really well after every addition.
Oh, okay.
So
So this
crack
will
it
be
in.
on.
Yep. So just crack it in first. You crack in 1.
1.
Yeah.
Okay. And then like that.
Beautiful.
Much like so.
Beautiful. And I'm just gonna turn this on.
And then
So I'm gonna beat in the egg, 1 egg at a time, just because if you put all your eggs in, the batter will separate.
Okay.
Yeah, and we don't want that. Just turn that up. Beautiful. And then I'm gonna chuck in the next egg.
There's no shells in there.
Yes, it's good. Just turn this up again. We're gonna add in your next egg. And then you can add in your last one. This is the last egg going in. So that's pretty much done. We're good. It got difficult in my teenage years because my mom fell sick. She had kidney disease, and my dad, I think he felt the pressure of trying to provide for all of us. Come on, like there's like 6 of us, 6 kids, so it was a lot for him. And I think he was just trying to find other means of making money. Long story short, he fell into addiction, and it changed our lives at home. Because we lost everything, and in some way we lost our dad too, because he just, he just changed. And it was just a really hard time because I was trying to understand myself and my identity. I don't really, I felt like there wasn't any support back then when I was in high school. So I did a lot of stupid things. But later on, my mom divorced dad, and well, she's doing really well now. She got a kidney transplant. My brother donated his kidney to her. And my dad is doing well. He's trying to do better. And I think I'm still healing from it, like the trauma, but I'm just grateful that my relationship with him now is better than it was like 5 years ago. Awesome. So we'll scrape the bowl down.
Yeah.
And then...
With my tongue or with this?
With this, please.
Okay. And what's our next step?
I'll just take this off. So the next step after this is going to chuck in some vanilla.
Okay, some of that Tongan vanilla.
Yeah.
Tell us about this.
So this is Halala vanilla. It's actually made in Tonga, where my mom's from, and called a place called Vava'u. So I try and always buy Halala just to support our people back home. And this stuff's really, really good.
Yeah, and you can buy it online.
You can buy it online. You can even buy it from Coles. They actually have it at Coles.
Oh, really?
Yep, and Woolies.
I'm going to go look for that. And how much do you need of this?
So I just squeeze.
But you can use any other.
Yeah, you can use vanilla paste, vanilla extract, doesn't matter.
Okay.
So I'm just going to chuck it.
And how much do you need of this?
I just do a squeeze. I love vanilla, so I don't really measure.
So
probably a teaspoon, yeah. And then we're going to get our bananas.
Yes. And this bananas here, how many bananas did you?
So it's about 4 bananas, and
that's strong. That's
yum. It is beautiful. Then we're just gonna mash these bananas. Just gonna mash it really good, just so you have that nice fluffy texture in the cake. Just chucking our bananas, and then you can fold that through. Yeah.
Am I doing it right? Is this how you fold it?
You're just gonna scoop under and then fold it over like that.
Ah, okay.
Yep. It was really hard back then. I don't know, I think I held on to a lot of hurt and seeing like the struggle that my mom went through, and the pain. I think because our family hit rock bottom and we kind of lost everything, especially coming from like having everything to like having nothing. It was a huge reality check for all of us, and we struggled. We really did struggle, and I think I blamed my dad a lot for all of that, because he disappeared, and it was really hard for us. So after my parents split up, I think their separation took about, I would say, a process of like 2 years, because he just kept coming in and out. And after, I think she made the decision to stand her ground and be like, hey, like this isn't right, like I need to put my kids first. And that's what she did. I think my mom was so caught up in our culture where like it's so taboo to, for a married couple to get divorced. So I think mom had to like wipe all of that away and like realize that this is her mental health and she needs to do what's best for herself. So once she did that, everything like fell into place. Like she finally got her health back she finally got better with her health, and then it meant that she could get a transplant, and she's been really well. My dad ended up remarrying, and he's been building a relationship back with us, and I know he holds a lot of guilt about the past, but I think he's trying to make the best of what he has, you know, like his relationship with us now, and I love him for that. I still love him.
And so, Niuafe, you have your own bakery, right?
I did. I had a little cake shop back in Auckland, New Zealand, about, I don't even know how long ago that was, but when I was 22, I opened the cake shop, and it took off. It did really well, but then I decided to close shop and move here to Melbourne.
What the best decision you made?
I know, it was. It really was.
And so do you have your own bakery here in Melbourne?
So right now I'm working from home. I'm just doing cakes again. And yeah, it's been really surprising coming to Melbourne and like actually having a clientele here. Yeah, so I'm grateful for that.
Yeah. And where people find you? Can they place orders?
Yeah, of course. So you can find me on Instagram, which is my name, Niuafe.
Just Niuafe?
Just
Niuafe.
Just Niuafe.
Niuafe. And how do you spell your name?
Niuafe.
Niuafe. Yum. Okay. How does that look?
That looks perfect.
Yeah. And then what's the next?
So the next step we're going to do, we're just going to put this on the heat. So if you can get a saucepan, and you could probably do that.
So you have to. This has to be warmed up.
Yep, we're going to heat up the coconut milk. So, cool. So we're just going to pour. This is
and
about.
How much is this?
That's 1 cup of coconut milk.
Okay. And how long do you need to heat this up for?
So you're just going to heat it for about, I'd say, a minute on medium heat. Just so you see it start to bubble around the sides. Okay, so here we got 300 grams of plain flour. I'm just gonna grab this bowl.
Oh,
this is
the coconut milk is speaking some kind of language.
It's speaking Tongan. Okay, it's ready.
Speaking Tongan.
Showing us that it's ready. So once that's done, we're just gonna turn off the heat.
Okay. That's hot enough?
Yep. And then we're just going to chuck in our baking soda. That's about 10 grams, and that's just going to activate it.
And then you mix it in.
So you're just mixing it.
So it can't be boiling.
It doesn't matter. It just has to be hot. So once it's hot to touch, it's good.
Yeah.
And you can see it's kind of foaming up. And we've just activated that baking soda, and it's just going to help the cake rise and give it that nice texture.
I see.
So we're going to just sift the flour with the baking powder. Do you want to give that a go?
Oh yeah, okay. There we
Beautiful.
go.
Just going to add in the baking powder with it. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's 10 grams of baking powder, 350 grams of plain flour.
Awesome. And just like that?
Yep.
Much like so. In the words of Tabitha. There we go.
Beautiful.
What happens with that?
Just press it in.
Oh,
I don't like wasting things.
No, Polynesian people, they do not like to waste.
Okay,
We even lick the bowls.
I had a lot of pressure, not only from my family, but from the community, just being like a young Tongan boy, like fulfilling his dreams. I think a lot of people like aspired and looked up to me, and I think I just couldn't handle the pressure, especially the non-stop orders, and it just got overwhelming. So like moving to Melbourne really saved my life. And I'm totally grateful that I did, and that my family were really supportive with that decision. After New Cakery, I kind of went broke. I kind of lost everything. I just had no drive to work. So I built a lot of debt up. So when I finished, I kind of finished with nothing. And it was just crazy because I hadn't even booked my ticket to come to Melbourne, but I already announced to everyone that I was flying. And I remember my mom walking in and I was crying in the room. She's like, "Hey, what's wrong?" Like, she's like, "What's wrong?" Blah, blah, blah. And I told her that I hadn't even booked my ticket, that I lied. And she was shocked when I told her that I had no money. And I think the crazy part was I was asking all these people that were really close to me at the time, if I could borrow like just $230 just to buy my ticket to come in. No one replied, but the person I didn't expect to come through with my dad. Like, so I feel bad because I never really acknowledged him throughout the whole cake shop because I was so hurt by what happened in our past. But it's just crazy that he pulled up for me at the end. So I'm just grateful for him. Okay, so that's ready, that's good. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna alternate. So we're gonna put in our dry ingredient. Okay. So half of that.
Oh, into the bowl.
Into the bowl.
Okay.
So just about half of that there. And then I'm just gonna mix a little bit. So just fold it through.
Do you have to mix it in a certain way?
Oh, just fold it through, just because.
Not like really fast.
You don't want to beat it too hard, or else all the air is gonna be released. Okay. So we're trying to save the air. I know. That sounds good. And then we're just gonna add in half of this.
Wow. That smells really great. Oh, sorry, I'm still on heat.
That's all good. So just do that.
Wow. The smell is really amazing.
Yeah, does it remind you of like the islands? It's got that banana, coconutty. So just gonna fold that through. Do you mind pouring that in for me, Kat?
Yeah, of course. Make sure it's not too hot. And just like that?
Yeah, that's
all of
beautiful.
It?
All of it.
Okay.
Pour that all in.
And you said it can't be too hot?
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't matter. Like, I usually put it in hot. We're just folding it through.
And always fold, not like mix.
Yeah.
Because that will, what's it again?
It'll pretty much beat the air out of the cake.
Beat the air out of it.
And we don't like flat cakes. We like them nice and fluffy and moist.
Yes.
Okay.
We all love a bit of a moisty cake.
Yeah, awesome. So this looks pretty good.
And how long would you need to do that for?
Just until you see no flour. So I'm still mixing.
Okay.
You can see that flour there?
I see, yes.
So we're just going to keep folding it over.
Yeah.
And I think we're good.
Yeah.
So we're ready to put this in a 10-inch tin, round tin. I'm just going to put this here. So we already have one already prepared for us beforehand.
Nice.
So I
people
just
are organised.
I know. So we just butter the tin and then we nicely line it.
And then just pour it in.
Yes, we're going to pour that in.
So how often do you cook this at home?
I actually don't cook it as often, just because I live here with my siblings. They just moved from NZ, but it's usually something we do back in New Zealand when we have family over.
Oh, okay.
And it's one of those really hard and fast recipes. So this is done, just give it a bang.
You don't need this anymore?
No, we don't.
Right.
So we're just going to pop it in the oven that's been preheating at 175 degrees Celsius. And we're just going to put it in there for about 50 to 60 minutes.
Excellent.
Let's do this.
Put it in there, or you can put it in there.
Put it in there.
I'm busy eat this.
My mom is amazing. She's very strong and she's really forgiving. She kind of is everything I aspire to be, and I feel like this dream that I'm living is kind of partly a dream she probably wanted, but didn't. Sorry. Oh gosh, sorry. I feel like the dream that I'm living now is the dream that my mom probably wanted, but couldn't because she had kids so young and kind of was expected to just stay home and be like a housewife. So me living this dream is kind of like me and her share it, and I'm so grateful that I get the opportunity that I do now, because her being a Pacific Island woman and back in the day, it was hard for them to find the opportunities that I have now. So I try and carry her with me through it all, because I know like this is her dream too, and I'm grateful that we get to share that together as mother and son.
What's the next step that we need to make for this beautiful cake?
So the next step is we're going to make this coconut caramel sauce.
Okay.
So what I have here is 200 grams of cubed salted butter,
okay.
1.5 cups of coconut cream, 400 grams of white sugar,
yep.
and just some salt to season it at the end.
Beautiful. All right, so
Easy.
what's the first step?
So
what do you need to do?
First step we're going to do is just going to get a small saucepan. I'm going to put it on medium heat. And then what we're going to do first, we're going to just add in our sugar, so just turn that on.
Is that enough heat?
Yep, that's beautiful.
Okay.
And then we're just gonna pop in our sugar. Do you wanna do the
course.
stirring? So you're gonna just stir the sugar.
So you have to stir this until the sugar
Melts.
all melts?
Yeah. And you
Like
don't-
it's crystal clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it'll start to turn a deep amber color.
All right. And how long does this take
It's
to...
probably like a 5 minute or 8 minute
Oh.
process, so
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, so it's starting to melt.
Yes. So just trying to break the lumps up. I'm just constantly stirring it just to avoid it from sticking at the bottom.
Yeah.
And we don't want it to burn. That's what we don't want to happen.
Yeah.
So just keep stirring it.
Okay. Who taught you to cook at home?
So my mom's like a amazing home baker.
Yeah.
I kind of was just her kitchen hand growing up as a kid.
Oh, nice.
And I kind of, took that as my passion and turned it into a business.
Wow. That's amazing. Anybody else in your family that you would have been inspired you to cook? Taught you to, because Polynesian family, there's always, everyone's a cook.
Cook, yeah. So originally it was my grandma, and then she kind of taught mom how to cook and bake, and then it's been passed on over to me and my siblings.
Oh, wow.
But yeah,
How many siblings do you have?
there's about, so I got 5.
5. Do
Yeah.
they all know how to cook like you do?
Oh, no. They wish. Yeah, I think my 2 younger brothers and my sister, they're all bakers.
Oh, okay. Are they in the business as well?
Back in Auckland, they were. It was initially a family business, but now that I'm here, it's just me.
Yeah. So you took that off the stove. Is that because it's...
Starting to caramelize.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just waiting for the...
So does this need to be like a dark color or just...
So you'll see the colors start to change, but it needs to be like a deep, like amber color. So we're good. So this is starting to go
Oh,
a
okay.
deep
Yes, you're
caramel
right.
color.
It does look like the amber.
And then we're just going to quickly just
And
put
so
the
how
butter
much
in.
butter is this?
So this is about 200 grams of butter.
Okay.
So just be careful when you're
Yeah.
stirring.
Am I stirring okay?
Yeah.
or- Okay.
Just keep stirring it.
Stirring it.
We're just going to stir until the lumps of butter dissolve.
Oh, okay.
And then it'll start to foam up.
Oh, okay.
And that's when you add in our coconut cream.
So you have to make sure all the butter is like completely dissolved. Okay.
Now it's starting to foam up.
It reminds me of when you're making toffee.
Yeah,
Not
pretty much
that
the
I've
same.
made toffee.
It's pretty much the same process. So
And this is the coconut cream.
this is the coconut cream. This is 1.5 cups. So we're just gonna slowly pour it,
Yeah.
and then.
Do you want me to pour it, or is that too late to ask?
Do you want to stir it?
I'll stir it.
Just be
Really
careful.
fast?
A little bit slower than that. Yep.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
gonna pour this in.
A little bit slower.
There we go.
Oh, look at that. I think I need a wooden spoon about this big,
I know it's hot. Yeah.
or this long. Stand over there and stir it.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Once that's done,
Beautiful. Oh, look at that.
just gonna let it boil a little bit more.
Okay. And it's getting a little bit darker.
Yeah, and it'll darken as it cools as well.
Yeah. Beautiful. Okay.
So just stir this for about 30
Kinda matching my hair.
seconds.
Nice, beautiful.
And then I'm gonna turn the heat off.
Yeah.
We're just gonna grab our salt.
Nice.
Just,
And how much? Just a...
I do about a couple of pinches, but it's up to you.
Okay. Whatever your taste is.
Yeah,
Can you taste this now?
it's too hot. you can if you want. But it's pretty much good. Like, this is perfect. And then
yeah.
we're gonna set this to the side and let it cool. Moving to Melbourne, I was so nervous because I was coming by myself, and I was like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna like find friends? And I didn't really know any family members here, so it was a bit overwhelming. And luckily, I came across a lot of different people from different, areas of work, and we kind of built a family ourselves, which I call my chosen family. And they all uplift me. We all want each other to win. It's all really supportive, and I feel like you don't have to be blood to be family. You can be, it's people who uplift you, it's people who like love you and want the best for you, and I love that about my chosen family.
Yes, so Niuafe, this is ready
Yeah.
and steady and
Yep.
to go in my mouth.
So it's come out around like the 60-minute mark. You just need to insert a skew in the middle,
Yep.
and if it comes out clean, it's cooked. And we've just cooled it for about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna serve it warm with the caramel sauce, which has also been, it's a bit warm as well.
Oh, I can't wait. All right,
something go
let's
in.
start to cutting.
Do you want a big piece?
Colour. Oh, darling, you know me so well.
That in the middle.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow.
Just carefully with the caramel sauce.
Yes. Yeah, look at
Pour it
that.
all over.
Oh, so fancy.
Just drench that in caramel sauce, and then we're
Yes.
good.
Oh my God, I can't talk.
And then just some coconut chips on top would be beautiful.
Oh, that's so Instagram worthy. Look at that. Instagram.
Beautiful. And then would you like to try?
Yes, please.
That's yours.
Oh my God.
This is
Okay,
mine.
let's turn it this way. So it's pointing to my direction. Okay.
You go first.
Yes. Oh,
Get it in that sauce.
okay. Oh my goodness.
Oh gosh, that's really good.
Oh my God.
It's good, yeah?
I'll tell you after I eat all the
It's like sweet, a bit salty.
No,
It's
this
the
is-
perfect balance.
Oh my God. I just need to make a phone call. I'm just calling my funeral director. I'm dead already. That is so delicious.
Yeah, I love it.
Really, really yummy.
Thanks.
Well, no, I've got to say thank you for coming on the Ben Spoon.
No, thank
It's been a pleasure having you on.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll see you around.
Well, thank you for having me on the bent spoon. I cooked the banana cake with coconut caramel sauce. You can find the recipe on the Thorne Harbour Health website. Just gonna drop
Oh, you're not
this.
going to hand mix it?
You can, that's old school.
Oh,
That's why we have mixes now. Coconut caramel sauce. Yeah, let's retake that, sorry.